What's going on, yo? I'm back with another one. And right now, I was taking a look at the $1 million worth of game podcast, and they had TAXSTONE on as a guest, and he had some pretty interesting words to say about n.o.r.e. and TROY AVE, and n.o.r.e. having TROY AVE on the Drink Champs podcast, and calling uh fucking TAXSTONE a snitch and a rat, saying TAXSTONE is writing letters to the judge, and TAXSTONE was obviously arrested in jail right now for the murder of Bang, Troy Ave's friend. Allegedly they ran up on him in the club. One of them dropped a gun. TAXSTONE picked it up, allegedly shot, and Bang unfortunately died. Boom. TAXSTONE is in jail now, and he says that he helped n.o.r.e. actually start the Drink Champs podcast, because for those of you who don't know, TAXSTONE was coming up in the media space back like in 2016, 15, 16. He got arrested in 2017 for the murder. But he was coming up in 2015, 16, and n.o.r.e. didn't have Drink Champs yet. He wanted to get into that space because obviously he wasn't lit as a rapper like that no more. So, he's trying to stay, he was trying to, change lanes. So boom, and TAXSTONE was popping at the time. If y'all remember, he had the little podcast, not the little podcast. He had that podcast with Meek Mill and the Rafe. That shit did crazy numbers. So yeah, he says that TAXSTONE says that he helped n.o.r.e. actually start the Drink Chess podcast, so that hurt him even more that he let Troy Ave go on there and say these things. But I'm gonna let I got it right here, the clip. I'm gonna let TAXSTONE speak for himself, and we're gonna see what he has to say.
Now, how is things looking for you, man? You don't got to get into no particulars, but how is things looking for you, like with your freedom and just fighting? I've been through the process. Like, how is things, man?
For the most part, man, my case is great. And this is why the district attorney has been scared to go to trial. Me and my lawyer has been prepared to go to trial since June 2017. And, we've always been ready. So, the holdup is like, it's a whole bunch of fuckery, you know what I mean? So, the person is the opposite of my case. He has to like paint this picture so he could go free for some gun charges he got, because me and that dude don't even have the same charges. But he just for interviews trying to tell people, what am I supposed to do if they trying to charge me with killing my friend? That nigga ain't even charged with that. So I don't even know what the fuck he talking about. The nigga's charged with bringing 3 guns to the club. That's what he got caught with. You know what I mean? So like my situation is like it's not a hard situation. It's just a hard charge. You know what I mean? And if anybody knows anything about law, they need you could beat anything by reasonable doubt. You know what I mean? With these kinds of cases, and it's too much of it. You got people that's been painting a narrative that I came to kill him for years. And then you got the dude's brother on Clubhouse talking about, yeah, we knew he was there and we wasn't ducking no smoke, so we came to see him. You know what I mean? Like, so now this takes away your story of a motive that I came to kill you. You actually came to do some shit to me. Mm-hmm. So this is what I don't understand about the industry and with a lot of people, you know what I mean? Because, I helped start Drink Champs, you know what I mean? N.o.r.e's a good friend of mine, you know what I mean? He interviewed the dude. I didn't care about him interviewing him. I cared about what he allowed that nigga to say on his show. You know what I mean? If you were an interviewer, you a journalist now and you interview people, whatever. But when you got somebody on your show saying that I'm a murderer and I did this and I did that, and the shit ain't even true, that's the sad shit. You know what I mean? It's certain people that was there that understand, and it's like, come on, you gave this dude a narrative to call me a murderer on a huge platform, and this is a platform that I helped start. That shit hurt my feelings. And it really didn't hurt my feelings when it first happened, because I was already desensitized to like all of the shit the industry niggas do. So when it first happened, I wasn't even mad. It took me almost a year to get mad. It took me almost a year. Like, it was just I don't know what point it hit me. And then I was like, damn, n.o.r.e. Because the same way I told you I'm going to run up on an artist I like, that's the same way I met n.o.r.e. I met n.o.r.e. at MTV in the lobby. I said, yo, n.o.r.e. n.o.r.e. stand for niggas on the run eating. You my nigga. What's up? Mm-hmm. This how I'm running down on niggas when I fuck with them. If I'm a fan of you, I got no problem saying I'm a fan of you. You know what I mean? So that's how I met him. So the day I met him, we kicking it. He like, yo, Tax, I heard your name somewhere before. So I'm like, I don't know. Then the nigga came back 20 minutes later. Ask Charlamagne this story. He showed me a text from Rosenberg that said, yo, do you got anybody from your belt gang that could tighten this kid TAXSTONE up. He's being a thorn in my side.
Damn.
I said, what? Rosenberg just tried to put a hit on me? You supposed to be the cool radio dude. I'm supposed to be the ignorant street dude. I don't even do shit like that. And I said this shit on the show, and then Rosenberg put me on radio talking about you played yourself segment and shit on the radio and called me a liar and said that N.o.r.E was lying. But I'm telling y'all right now, y'all can ask Charlamagne and he's going to tell you what the text said because he read it. So it's like, it's certain things that go on in the industry, and I'm not even going to say industry. I'm going to say in the world, because the industry ain't no different from the streets. It's the same type of fucking characters. It's just more squares controlling it. Mm-hmm. So when it happened, I was like, damn, bro. Like, N.o.r.e, you threw me under the bus in every way. You called me a liar just now. Then you brought somebody on your show that's calling me a killer. You know what I mean? And for N.o.r.e to be a dude that was from the streets that had cases up to Hot 97, Foxy and Kim and them, I just didn't expect that from him. You know what I mean? It was a weird situation, and I actually forgive him today because I don't hold on to shit for too long. You know what I mean?
Well, I
forgive the nigga.
Did y'all talk? Mm-hmm. Y'all can have a talk. I think you should talk to him.
I am going to talk to him, and I feel like talking to him. No, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't in that space yet, so I don't feel like screaming and no shit. You know what I mean? I'd rather have a real civilized conversation with him because I really ain't got no hatred in my heart for the nigga. You know what I mean? I wish the nigga the best, but it's just that, like, I just feel like, yo, when you in your grave, when you sitting in jail, people will just piss on your grave and won't nobody throw no flowers. Like, I'm sitting here like, yo, bro, I helped you. I sat up day after day with N.o.r.e. I'm talking about getting them lawyers, all kinds of shit for the podcast. We discussing everything down to the gristle. Like, this ain't even no joke. Like, I was more invested in Drink Champs than I was invested with you because I was in prison when I first hollered at you, and I just hooked you up with the people to help you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With him, it was like hands-on situation. That's why it's like, I think the first or second episode, me and Charlamagne is on Drink Champs. And then I'm on another episode a year later. You know what I mean? So it's like, that was the only thing that like really hurt me as far as like a relationship in the industry, because it was like, damn, bro, like this dude is trying to keep me in jail because of the shit he got caught with. You got caught and now you want to keep me in jail. You understand? TAXSTONE went to jail 8 months later after this crime took place.
I think
I went to jail because of them. These niggas trying to make it seem, this is my thing, these bloggers, academics, all of them. Like, why do they just post anything without being true or like that's not funny. And what's not even more funny is you talking about an open case, creating a narrative, because now look at El Chapo case. The judge told the jurors to not look up El Chapo when they go back to their hotel room. Humans are going to Google a nigga. A human might Google you while you in the supermarket. So they go and Google the nigga, and now El Chapo's about to get a reversal because they went against the judge's rules. So my point is this. Yeah. You just
Chapo
gave this dude
home,
a platform that's...
El Chapo coming home, baby, yeah. Nah, let me stop playing.
Hey, I'm a murderer on a huge platform. So now if a juror decides to go look our case up, he looks at Drink Champs and says, oh, well, he said that he was a murderer on Drink Champs. That's all I seen, because some of those jurors don't even have fucking common sense. Some of them not even pay attention to the case. Some of them are just going to sleep, and most jurors don't want to be there. So for you to paint a narrative that I'm a fucking killer or a murderer, that shit is fucking horrible, nigga. That's horrible. I would never do that to nobody. So that's like the only thing that like really hurt me as far as like industry relationships. You know what I mean? I understand everything else.
I just want to say this too. You know, sometimes as you know, what do we consider? Because I don't know what the fuck we consider. We consider media.
Journalists, I don't know.
Media journalists.
I just figured we just us. You know what I mean? So, but sometimes I guess when you in media, you know, motherfuckers be chasing the best story. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people get caught up in, you know, getting the best stories, getting the best clippings, getting the best, you know what I'm saying? And I don't really think up until this time, you know, N.o.r.e was looking at it like that. I think if y'all have a talk, I think N.o.r.e a stand-up would be a stand-up man, apologize, you know what I'm saying, and all that, because sometimes you get caught up in this shit. Because
man, listen,
I mean,
I know that's what happened, bro. Yeah. I know that is. That's why I'm not mad at him, because I know he didn't do it out of malicious intent.
No,
I know he was chasing numbers.
Right.
I know he was chasing numbers.
You know what I mean?
I know. You know why? Because I studied it before I ever said anything. I said, let me go back and look at his last couple episodes. And then I went and looked around and I seen what was going on. I said, oh my God, what happened was this. Joe Button was making too much fucking noise and he needed to do something. That's what happened. It was that simple. It was that simple. Nigga was chasing some numbers. But in the point of you chasing some numbers, you hurt your friend, you hurt your colleague, you know what I mean? You hurt your comrade. So, you know, it is what it is. I ain't tripping. I've been hurt before. Time heal all wounds.
Yeah. And you know, sometimes it's all about a conversation as men, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna just say if I fuck with a nigga, you feel what I'm saying? And I expressed that you did some dumb shit. You feel what I'm saying? And I break everything down and it, you know, there's no way you could get out of, okay, yeah, I did some dumb shit. I give, Wallow will tell you, I always give a motherfucker an opportunity to stand up as a man. Because anytime I do, I said some shit, I want to re pocket. I always, if you at the end of the day, I'd always.
But that was that. That was most of it. If there's any more, y'all could go listen to the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast and check it out. But what do y'all think? You think TAXSTONE should be heard? That n.o.r.e had TROY AVE on the Drink Champs podcast and let him say all that shit. Do you think n.o.r.e helped or hurt TAXSTONE's case? You know, tell me in the comments below. And that's it. I'll catch you on the next one.